That is the top of the hour. So, let's get the music turned down a little bit. There we go. So, we are back to Hades. It's been a little while since I've played this. I got a bit of a...
Skelly.
I don't really know how to describe it. I had a desire to play more of this, I suppose.
What are the limits of your power?
It's certainly been a while, so I don't remember everything.
Aegis, I see you stand your ground against the Serpent's flame.
And not remembering things is why I was just trying all of that, and we apparently have a new form for the Aegis, or Aegis, or whatever it is. He just called it Aegis, so I guess that's its name. The shield. You have Nagling's board, but take plus 10% damage. Dragon Rush, bonus damage, and area plus 20%. Nagling's board. Alternate moveset, heavy attack and special. Cast empowers Bull Rush instead of firing. Dragon Rush. Cast empowered Bull Rush. Each loaded cast fires at the end of the move. Okay, that sounds interesting.
Let's go, Coronaut.
I don't have the new form for Coronaut.
Oh, change of plan. I like it.
Or for the Gauntlets Malphon. Nor for Exegriff. So it's... well, with... I guess we're going to use Coronacht anyway, because that's the one with the darkness bonus on it. Starting relic. I need to check which gods I'm getting close to reaching the
Something's
gods
added
for.
to the fated list.
How have I been? Alright. I didn't sleep too well. Animals woke me up, but I have recovered. I've hit the point of the day where I'm not really feeling that tired anymore. I've properly woken up. So I'm feeling alright. How are you doing, Mel? Let's see. Aphrodite still needs 2. Ares only needs 1, as does Dionysus. So Ares or Dionysus or Demeter? Okay, Ares, Dionysus or Demeter. Let's go for... Is there a relic for Demeter? There is. Let's go for that, and what I need from her... Come on. Here. The thing I'm missing is Glacial Glare, which requires the crystal beam from her. Okay. You're exhausted. Well, you just said midnight, right? So you should probably try and sleep. Yeah, right. I know what you mean. Genshin characters are always a pain to grind for. Was I giving... Sure, I'll give more nectar to Skelly.
Ah, you're kidding. What? Sometimes, boyo, you make me feel alive again. You know that? Being honest with you here, I'm grateful, really.
If not for you, my friend, I'd have no one to viciously attack with no fear of reprisal whatsoever.
Alright. Let's check if I haven't not... Okay, so yeah, I haven't won a run with the bow yet, so we're going to do 0 heat. Yeah, insomnia sucks. Anyone who suffers from it is
Ready.
just truly suffering. I don't
what I
suffer
found.
from it, but I do have trouble sleeping at times, and I know how awful that can be.
You live within the bosom of the earth and know its warmth. But there is no such warmth up here, young Zagreus. You truly wish to feel the bitter cold of the outside. Then here.
Ah, yes.
Attack, flourish, dash. I'm looking for the
I hate to be
cast.
ungrateful here.
Attack, dash, and better healing. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, what duos do I still need from her? There's also that Arctic Blast, Ravenous Will, Killing Freeze. Are any of those options? No. Duos then. What do your duos need? Strike, Flourish, Dash for the Poseidon one. Beam for the Artemis. Strike, Flourish, Dash for Dude Man. I will never remember his name specifically. Strike, Flourish, Dash. Okay, so Strike, Flourish, Dash is fine. Let's take the dash. I would like to try for an upgrade to attack which does a bit more for me. Can't do those because I need to be on heat 5. No fishing available. Okay, so time to move on. Hey, Dionysus. That's the name. So he's one of the duos we still need for Demeter. Gonna take me a bit to get back into the swing of things with this.
Hello there, Dionysus.
I'm not going to give him any nectar yet, or whatever it is. Just take the gift.
I want you to know something, young man. It's been a bit of a long haul, but you are getting closer to the surface, and you'll get there someday, and we're with you, however long it takes, okay?
So, attack, special, or positive out. So, since I'm actually getting him, I'm missing Shottle Flare for the high tolerance. Shottle Flare for that as well. And for that, Shottle Flare. So, there is no Shottle Flare available from him. This is unfortunate. Well, I'll take the Flourish. Darkness. Let's go. Yes, big Fs. I make do. So long as I have the... I've got a boon from each of them. It's likely that I will get more boons from Dionysus. So
What a surprise.
we'll find a chance for that duo. Definitely go for a Daedalus hammer here. Always love me a good hammer.
Got to use the fountain to get out of here.
nothing new for the bow. Special pierces and deals 400% more damage to armor. Attack deals triple damage to distant foes. Attack fires 2 shots side by side but has reduced range. Armor is always the pain. Which trio do I think of? Which of the trio? God, I have no clue. Let's guess Meg, because that's the only... what are the other names? Meg, or Megara, Tisiphone, and I can't remember the name of the third one. I'm just going to guess Meg. Piercing on the special.
Done and done.
Anything that damages
I was
armor
healthy as
more
can be, but
is
cheers.
a very nice thing to have. Check the golden urns. Nothing. I don't have much money, so let's go for darkness instead of a shop. I believe Murder Lady is to oh, that was stupid. I thought I could dash past the trap, but I landed on it.
You want to go?
Yeah, I think that's Tisiphone. Little
Let's see.
shop. Ensure a chaos gate. Yes, please. Love me some chaos. Hey, and here comes Artemis.
You lads again, huh?
Yep. Special melts armor now. Very happy for that.
That's what you get.
Can I not give... Oh, I can't give Artemis any more nectar.
Hey, hold a moment, Zagreus. I could have sworn you were so close before, but now you're back? Must have tripped up just when victory was close at hand. It happens all the time. We'll get you out of there, you'll see.
She also had... Now, I've had all of her basic things. Pressure points support fire exit wounds for the legendary. For the duos, I've had that and I've had that. Okay, so I've had those. I'm not too concerned about it. Pressure points support fire exit wounds. No. I might take Deadly Strike though. Like Deadly Strike or Artemis's Aid. Let's go Deadly Strike. It's only a bit of a damage increase, but it also adds crit chance, and that could go very well for me.
All right.
Artemis is the bow lady, yes. Here is nectar for you.
Master Chaos, it's little wonder all existence sprang from you, because I see the noble qualities in so many I've met embodied in you. Please accept this gift.
If it is unclear yet, son of Hades, I shall not be giving more to you in exchange for your repeated offerings. You give them to me knowing it shall serve no purpose and achieve no end. I know that there are some among both mortals and your kind for whom this is quite unacceptable.
For some, but I
From
have
the
no.
rumblings of the earth, I have deduced your father himself stands against you when at last you are about to leave these depths. It must be quite an interaction between you. Have I deduced correctly? Respond.
That's right, Master Chaos. My father personally takes it upon himself to stop me in the event none of his underlings beat him to it. He can be a handful.
Well then, consider bringing into one of your future interactions the small round catalyst which I provided you. The one in the shape you call an egg. It shall serve no purpose there at all. And if you succeed, then it shall bring us some amusement, shall it not?
Yes? Was I supposed to respond there?
Okay. More foes than special does more damage. Rewards are hidden, then dash strike does more damage. Can't turn Obols, then get an extra cast. I will take the Pauper's Grasp. Because if I'm going to hope to get... I'm not sure what the prophecy foretold just then was. He did indeed give Zagreus an egg, a cosmic egg or something. I believe that trinket... I think it means you don't take damage when you visit Chaos. But yeah, I'm going to go for the extra cast here, because I'm hoping to get Demeter's
Come forth,
cast.
wretches, and stop this meddler.
Come on then. No.
Oops. This is a lot of spawns. It's already a time trial when...
It seems I need to look for better help.
Key and an extra fate for rerolls, that's nice. Demeter, please give me your cast. Oh! I did not notice... I didn't notice anything saying this was a double thing. Maybe I'm just blind, but I did not notice the double. I think it's better to take a Demeter first here.
You have my gratitude.
Crystal Beam, hell yeah. It's only normal rank, but still.
Why would you side with... Ugh. Why do I even bother with some lesser god?
Did what I had to do.
Just keep running. Get an angle. There we go. Took a bit of damage.
Got to say, you handled yourself pretty well back there. I can't stay mad after a show like that.
After you deal critical damage... Yeah, sure.
Time to hunt.
What was I thinking? Now, I'll look for a different aid. Artemis's aid can be good, but I prefer to look for ones that give me invulnerability for a little while, rather than just being a single burst of damage. I don't think I need the healing. I will ensure a trove, and I'll take the extra darkness. Get by without healing. But yeah, there it is, the Crystal Beam. It's only normal rank, but I need the beam to get other things. Like it's the prerequisite. So I'll take it at normal rank. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get the Demeter boon, but getting distracted. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get the Demeter boon that grows some ability ranks,
Fool.
and it'll hit that one.
Time
But it
to
would take a
collect.
great deal of luck. Obols or Pom. I don't think I can get Obols yet.
Stop him, Regis.
Oh. So many enemies are spawning.
Worthless.
Not now. Cheers.
Pom or yeah, I don't think I can get Obols. Well, I mean the curse or the bane, I suppose it would be called, but that's going to transform after the next encounter. If it's not an encounter in that room though, like if it's just an empty room and then Pom. Because if it's just an empty room with the money in it, I can't get that money.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
Let's up the deadly strike because I'm using my base attack. I'm using my basic attack a lot, so increasing the damage from that is wise.
Charon's shop.
Shop before the boss. There is no money earns. Hello. I'll take that as him trying to say hello back. I don't need keys, so I'll just save the money and
Oh yes,
proceed.
Electo. Guess not.
It's Tisiphone.
Murder. Murder.
You made your guess, Mel, and you were right. Misread what attack she was using.
Murderer.
There we go. Ugh, I'm out of practice, but I didn't take too much damage there.
She's a bit much. I'll just be a moment, Father.
Yes, I can't deny that she does bring energy to the fight. Infernal Trove ahead, yes please.
Maybe I should switch.
Yeah, so Cosmic Egg that you get from Chaos. But what do I want to level up right now? I could take... I don't think I'm going to clear any rooms without taking damage at this point. Or I may, but it will be rare. The butterfly's a good one to start with. I might... Nope, I've already hit full on Dionysus. I'm not sure who I want to take here. Maybe Ares. Because the others... I could just take the spiked collar for more health. Actually, distant foes. Heck yeah, take the distant memory here.
Should help.
Broke out of Tartarus.
Time for Zone 2.
Be there soon, Bone Hydra.
Hey, there's a Chaos Gate right away. No golden urns that I'm seeing. I could go to Hermes, but also Chaos.
Might as well.
Gold urn, give me the money.
In the name of Hades. Hey.
I could take another Pauper's Grasp. No money for 3 encounters and then an extra cast. Or I could take Addled Shot, so... Okay, that would mean I can't cast for a little bit, but then the cast does an extra 50%. I think the Pauper's Grasp is better though. 'Cause that's going to bring me to 3 casts, which is going to be fun.
What else?
I need to remember that my special does break armor faster than my attacks. So if I get the lock on the special a couple of times, it just melts up. Very nice. There you go. There's yet another reroll for me. That's lovely. Event or shop. I can't go there. I paid 50 obols to guarantee that this trove would spawn. Now, this may look stupid at first, but I will explain. I am going to open this trove because there is a small chance when I open the trove it will drop a nectar. I can't earn any money
How
from it,
foolhardy of you.
but I might get nectar,
Come and
so
get
I
it.
might as well. I'm not too afraid of the damage. Plus I don't have to actually worry about being fast enough to get good rewards because I can't get rewards.
Fine, help yourself.
Just what I wanted. Nothing.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Just what I wanted. Nothing. I mean, yeah, that was worth it. I took no damage. I got to have a laugh. That's absolutely worth it. I'm glad I did that. Nothing lost, nothing gained, but joy.
Hey, you.
Hello. Sure you can have one.
Just the ingredient I needed, hun. Thank you so much. You know, you weren't near as bad as I'd heard.
Oh, don't worry, we're still getting to know each other. Plenty of time for me to live up to my notorious reputation. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me at all.
What is it, hun? Oh no, don't tell me you've come all the way from Tartarus to ask me more about your good-for-nothing court musician friend.
Certainly not. I'm merely here for your wonderful singing, cooking, or conversational ability. Though, since you mentioned it, you seem to have a lot to say to him. Is there anything I can do?
So let me see if I understand. Orpheus blew it with me like an idiot, but now I'm supposed to be reaching out to him. Sorry, hun, but that's not happening. The two of us are finished. And you know what? I think we're finished here too, if you'll excuse me.
But she's still going to feed me. Up to 2 random boons of yours are upgraded to the next rarity. Up to 4 random boons of yours gain a level. The next 3 boons you find have upgraded rarity. I'm going to take the Ambrosia Delight and really hope it upgrades my cast.
Why, thank you.
It didn't. Oh, it upgraded the useless things.
See you again.
On we go.
You two again.
Oh. Petrify. Stop it. Get out of the lava. Get rid of the... Get rid of the Medusa. There we go. This gets a lot easier. I can't believe I just dashed into that attack. Get rid of the armor. And poison kills off screen.
The biting cold surrounding you must mean the goddess of seasons decided to take an interest in your struggle, Zagreus. I did not count on Demeter being a part of this. Take heart, though use discretion around her.
Athena's aid is a fun one. I might just take the aid. Let's have a quick check. So I've had all of her basic ones before. Brilliant Riposte for the legendary. I've had one with Demeter, or I've had the duo with Demeter. And for the duo with Dionysus. God, I always struggle to remember his name. For the duo with Dionysus, I need Strike, Flourish, Dash, or Aid. So Strike, Dash, Flourish, Dash, or Aid. Brilliant Riposte. Well, Brilliant Riposte isn't an option, but Athena's Aid is. And I do have 2 rerolls, but she is indeed the warrior of the mind. Goddess of Wisdom, Goddess of War, is it? What was it? She's war and Ares is battle or something like that? Or is it the other way around? Ares might be conflict.
Back.
So I know there's something about between the two where she's more about the tactical combats, tactical conflicts, whereas Ares is just brute force.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
Yeah, so wisdom and war, as you're saying. That's right, seems right. Pom, Centaur Heart, or Obols. Let's go for the heart here, because I am...
Next island.
I'm still pretty much at base health, so getting more would be good. That was a nice bit of a barrage where the special piercing through those enemies just melted their armor.
Better.
Nah, that's alright, Mel. I don't think I want to sell any... Yeah, I definitely don't want to sell any of these. And I don't think any of my boons are something I would want to sell. I still have no money, so Hermes it is.
Saying don't be hasty, boss. That comes from me, I swear. A little way to stave off competition masquerading as the wisdom of a sage. Those stupid mortals will buy anything.
Regenerate casts a little bit faster. After using Call, gain dodge chance and move speed for 10 seconds. Or extra dashes. I think I re-roll here because I would
no
like
thanks.
faster attacks. Uh, 10% faster special isn't that significant. Greater haste gives flat move speed percent or constant move speed percent. I think I'm just taking auto reload here.
Now here goes.
Because I haven't been using it yet, but it's going to be useful when I start really just casting constantly. Also, yes, meow meow.
I feel like we're just not getting through to one another here.
I close my door when I'm streaming, and one of our cats has taken a liking to sleeping in my room. So he's rather upset about the door being closed.
There.
The reason I have been wanting those cast bonuses. Having 3 of Demeter's cast, even when it's the lowest rarity. Yes, I could use the full game, I know. I'm saving it. But yeah, having 3 of Demeter's cast, even at the lowest rarity, is so good. Lost that a bit early, but that's fine.
Athena!
might as well use it, I guess. Just stay here and leave it. I'm not going to let the cat in because I would have to close the door again for noise mitigation, and if the cat is in here, then I have to keep an eye on him and make sure he goes out if he needs to, because I don't have any kitty litter or anything in here. So that would be a bit of a hassle and a disruption.
How could you, boy? That Hydra had a family.
So do I. Which to choose?
I'm just going to stick with the distant memory here. That would be nice if I had the money. Don't want to sell anything here. So, on we go. Into the most painful of zones. I hate this place mostly because of the butterfly balls. They are so painful to deal with, but also just the respawning enemies are also awful. They are just nasty monsters. Look, I've got no money. I might as well just continue being poor for this run.
Come and get it.
Thankfully, this room seems to be focusing on the least troublesome enemies. Don't spawn on me. Shoot. Don't spawn on me? How rude. I will absolutely use the call for
That's
just
something.
brief invincibility
Should
there.
keep me going.
Just let me guarantee I can just stand there and get rid of one of the enemies. Palm, here we go. I am glad that I can kill these carts in a single hit if I charge it up. It makes those guys so much easier to deal with. I can get... Oh, okay, that one just blew itself up. Don't have time to deal with you carts. I need to destroy the butterflies. No. Butterflies of doom. Pain.
A palm of power.
Cast up? Yeah, cast up.
Got some zest.
Couple of golden urns around, that's nice. Hey, and a trove with money in it.
Do
This
not
time
so
I can
much as
actually
think
get the
about
money.
it.
One's rearming.
No. Disappear. I don't even care that I'm barely getting anything out of this trove. Surviving
Every
it all.
time.
Like, there were so many of those
Mine now.
respawning enemies, and I hate them. Daedalus Hammer! No.
Back.
Oh. At least I can get rid of the tiny, of the tiny ones just by dashing towards them. Shoot. Power shot is better. Hold to shoot rapidly but can't power shot. That could be good because I can crit a bunch. Special deals more damage for each consecutive hit to a foe. That is real good for this bow form because it locks onto a single target. It only shoots 4 special shots, but I mean, I can just keep using it and it's going to be good. Never seen something like that before. And prevent flame wheel foes from appearing in encounters for the next 10 encounters. Flame wheels are the least of my problem here, but it's also a new thing, so I'm going to purchase it for the sake of a...
Here then.
Prophecy there. Also, oh my god, I just bought a thing that guarantees a fishing spot, and there's a chaos gate here. Let's hope. Yes!
At a fishing point.
Now to hope I don't screw this up.
Sure,
Focus.
Why not? Got it. I caught a Pergelli.
You caught a specimen.
Fishing in chaos is so rare. And like there's some I know that there's a perfect catch system where like if you hit the button within like 0.1 seconds of the bobber going down or something, then you get a rarer fish. But I'm never getting a perfect catch. More foes, better chance for boons to be rare or better. More trap damage, more maximum life. Life reduced, more backstab damage. Okay, look, it's in this place. More foes is just going to suck so bad. Like, it's going to be more of those respawning enemies, and they're going to all be a hassle. I'm going... Actually, let's re-roll it.
Any other blessings, maybe?
Ooh! Let's first double check. Life total reduced and then an extra cast. Normally that would be... Like, normally I'd go for that. Hidden rewards and then more maximum health. But Pauper's Defiance can't earn gold and then gain a bonus Death Defiance. That's amazing.
How circumspect of you.
This is truly the Pauper run. I've had
You'll never make it out of here, short one. I wonder sometimes what it must be like. The outside.
You've never been outside? Oh, right. The labyrinth thing. You lived in a horrible maze all your life. I haven't seen much of the surface, but it's beautiful. Cold. When I'm there, though, I feel out of place.
Out of place. I understand, I think. I don't see why you'd want to go somewhere like that. It can't live up to the stories. Why ruin it? Speaking of which...
Why won't you hit the thing? He's charged. Positioning.
Not now.
Damn it. Bit off on the timing there.
Fight on.
That was a bigger sweep than I was expecting.
You are untouchable for now, cousin.
Nice trick.
Just keep.
Blast. Enough, you win.
I took more damage than I should have there,
See
but
you
it
soon.
should be alright.
In the name of Hades.
After you cast or hit with an attack or special, fire a seeking arrow. Unfortunate wording of this one means this cast hits really fast, but this effect only activates when I actually place the cast, which is unfortunate for me, because it would be hilarious to just slap the 3 casts down and have arrows spam out of it as well. All damage has a chance to be critical, that would be real good. And critical effects deal even more to armor. Okay, my special is the thing that does more to armor right now, and I can't crit with my special, so I don't think Hidebreaker is too important. So I think pressure points. Like, support fire would be great if I was getting really rapid attacks, or actually the special can hit pretty rapidly. Alright.
Let's hunt
Let's
some
go
dead.
for that. It's unfortunate that the cast can't... it's unfortunate that the cast can't trigger it rapidly, but, you know.
Where are you now, I wonder? What for? Ah, yes.
Hello.
Stranger, I am warning you. If you keep showing up like this, I'm going to have to find a new nickname for you.
No need to go out of your way there, sir. We're just acquaintances. I don't know anything about you either.
And you are better off. This place is for the greatest of the Greeks. Do I seem like the sort to fit in here? Go on and chat with Theseus, or someone of that sort.
I've not lost any death defiances. I am low on health. Okay, let's take that.
Thanks a lot.
Money or health? I still can't get money.
It's him.
Thanatos.
Barely caught up with you here, Zag. You must have had a little help from Hermes, I suppose. I'll make this quick.
That was my plan.
Okay, Than is probably going to win this challenge. Because I don't deal the damage needed for these guys.
How many now?
That one's yours, sure. Where are the enemies?
How about you? Pathetic.
yeah, as expected, I was not going to win.
What are you doing back here, Zag? You made it out.
I did, but I had to come back. And not exactly voluntarily. I'll be visiting up there from time to time, though it looks like I'll be staying here.
Visiting from time to time? I don't understand.
It's my mother. She's alive and well. It's just that I can't stay with her up there for very long, so we'll have to catch up one visit at a time.
I see. Well then, that's good. That's good because it means that I won't have to track you down up top. Because between us, I can only take so much of it up there.
I know what you mean.
Poor Thanatos. Lovely lad. Darkness or nectar? Let's go for the nectar. Stop shooting. There are more of you sitting off screen. How rude. One of them just died to traps. Ugh. I almost got hit with traps as well. Nope. Get away from me. There are so many of them. This is why I didn't want to take a curse and chaos that would increase the number of enemies.
That one's regenerating.
No respawning.
Just let them try and stop you.
No. Ah.
Someone's going to enjoy this.
I hate those guys. Shop is useless. More maximum health, please. Don't suppose there's a fountain. Nope. Okay, we are going into the boss. Just like this.
Our sworn enemy! Why, look, Asterius, the fiend returns! The rumors that he fled to haunt the surface must have been mere lies.
Well, no, in this case, those rumors must have been quite accurate. It's just I'm back. Realized I didn't want a future for myself that didn't include crushing you repeatedly like this.
Oh, such clever excuse-making from one so versed in treachery. Well, if you are indeed contained within this realm, then we shall be delighted to make sure it always stays that way. Now come and fight.
I'm probably going to take a beating from these guys.
Battling before an audience.
Because I am so out of practice. Oh my god. And they've always been one of the hardest fights, you know.
Come fight me in the open, fiend, or are you quite afraid? Stand and fight!
I'm not doing a good job of keeping track of whether these... Oh, come on, that did not happen before.
I think not.
Hold, you monster!
You're under my protection.
Lady Athena, forgive me!
keep blasting him. Ah, goddamn.
Ah, blast. Get you yet.
I keep getting the angles off. I think I'm hidden behind the... Again! That was just a bad touch. I keep thinking I'm hidden from the throws, and then the angles are just off. I'm going to lose all of my defiances here.
Against my blessed spear, blackguard.
No throwing. Oh, come on. Get rid of the... That did not have an angle. Come on. Okay, one down.
Lost Asterius. You and me now. Prepare yourself.
And now that I'm actually able to focus on, Theseus shouldn't be too much trouble.
Athena, as you wish. Foul demon. What now, filth? Are you prepared to be sent screaming back to the hellish darkness? Lady Aphrodite, guide my hand.
No, bad Aphrodite. Screw off.
Ready yourself. Why you?
And there goes my last death defiance. I hate this fight. Functionality at least.
You monster!
God, I hate that fight.
That'll just shut him up. My chaos beam evolved a new effect.
Hello.
Until next time, good shade.
My one little fan in the crowd. Well, I know what I'm taking here. I've got no money, so I'm just going to take the darkness and move on with my life. It is indeed you, Mel. It is indeed you.
Just got to get through Cerberus up there.
Okay, if I'm lucky, I can build up 200 obols and then find a shop with a revival
That's
in
quite
it.
a stash there, Charon.
That's only if I'm lucky.
Satyr tunnels.
Well, I guess I go obols first so that I can hope I actually build up the money I need for the Defiance refill. I believe it's like 200 obols for a day. That wasn't very kind, dropping a nuke on me like that. be erased. All the lasers. You got lasers? I got lasers. Deal damage when they spawn. Actually, the tiny ones seem to just deal damage if they get to me, which kind of sucks.
Just a bit longer.
Poison. Ah.
What do we have here?
Okay. I have enough O-Balls. If a shop shows up, I can purchase a Death Defiance refill. Next... I guess the POM, because if that upgrades my cast, then it'll deal even more damage, which would be hilarious. Just don't spawn poison in melee range. There is no response to that. Just zero way to deal with that other than dying, getting hurt. Narrow corridors, poison effects, it's very annoying. But this place is still better than the previous one that brought respawning enemies. Oh, they suck. Race Centaur. Not Centaur, Satyr. Okay. Okay. We are surviving.
Hey, a Satyr sack already.
Damn it. The later the better with the Satyr sack.
Power of Olympus.
I have no rerolls. And... Yep, alright, just attack up is going to be the best option. Yeah, the later the better with the Satyr sack. Because that's a big heal from that fountain.
Enough of this place.
I'm going to explore every room, because they all give me benefits. So... That the healing happen now and not later means any damage I take is damage to keep. I guess I just have to take no more damage. Whoa. Get off. Come on, spawning on top of me is not fair. The damn rats cause damage when they spawn, but they spawn filling every space. There's nothing I can do about it.
I see you.
I've only taken a little damage. I heal every time I enter a room, so I can recover some of that. So it's not too bad. Like I'm almost at full now. Oh my god, I hate this room. No. Please give me space over there. Okay. I position those poorly. Cease to be. Please no more. More. Hate. No. No. Why? Why always poison? I heard no attack coming from you then, bastard. Piss off. Okay. I hate this room. It's such an awkward room to fight in because it spawns so many enemies. Okay, I've never had this before. Cast fires longer and inflicts chill. Hell yeah. Sounds good. And that's the last basic Demeter. Boom. No, Seamus.
Get out of here.
No. Noisy cat. Wolf indeed. Cerberus is hungry. Hope and pray.
You're gone.
Awful creatures. I am really hoping for I'm really hoping for a shot to spawn with the Death Defiance in it. Because only having two is going to be very rough for the boss. Foul vermin. I do actually have decent potential to beat Hades here if
what are you doing
I'm
this place?
careful with it and if I actually fight him. These satyrs I hate almost as much as I hate the butterfly balls.
Here they come. Quiet. I need to focus. Okay. My reward.
Oh.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. God Gauge fills up faster when dealing critical damage. Critical effects deal more damage to armor. Hangover afflicted foes are more likely to take critical damage. I think I take Hidebreaker here, because that means my basic attack and cast, which have small chances to hit, can just do a bit more to armor. That's a selling spot, not what I need. So I don't think there's anything I want to sell.
Need these?
No, no, no.
Back I go. One Satasak coming right up.
Not quite yet. Now, this may be a bad idea. I may come out of this set of rooms with less than the 153 health that I'm going with. If I come out with less, it's going to be unfortunate, but I am hoping to find a shop that will give me a Death Defiance. As I have said many times, that is the only thing I'm hoping for. I've had runs where this section had like 3 extra Death Defiance refills. Just 3 shops with those. Shops do spawn here. Not the sort of shops you're thinking of, probably, but the little mini shops that can spawn in room. Well, now what? I can't move. There's poison here. But yeah, I've had runs where I've had like 3 shots spawn in the various chambers, and all of them have given me a Death Defiance chance. Which it's expensive. They cost like 200 per. But if I get the Death Defiance, it's worth it.
Like the look of that big bottle.
I'm not getting the Death Defiance. That sucks. Oh, I hate it. So much life wasted. So much health lost.
That'll keep me going for a bit.
Though I am technically leaving with more than 153 health. Okay, I've got 700 Obols. I could get Hermes and Dionysus. Demeter and Dionysus. Demeter and Pom. Let's go for Demeter.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Okay. After you take damage, completely chill your foe and deal 20 damage. When all foes are chill afflicted, they are 12% slower and decay 25 damage every 0.5 seconds. I don't know if that will affect Hades, but it may, so I'm going to try it.
Cool.
And I don't know if Dionysus is going to have anything I would want. Premium vintage, maybe? Nothing else that I would want, yeah. Could get calculated risk. Let's find out.
Use this.
Nope. Okay. Premium vintage, I get an extra nectar and 30 max life, which will be filled, so I'd get 30 health. It's that or positive outlook, so I take 20% less damage when I'm below 40% health. They're both good options here. Positive outlook is probably... Yeah, I need HP, but also... Like, I've got a couple of Death Defiances. I have Demeter's Cast, so if I need to, I can just be a coward. Positive outlook would mean I can make the most of that 40%. Because, like, it's either 30 extra health, so I can take 30 extra damage. I think the Chaos Boon might put me at half health, so that's an extra 15 for that revive. So that's a total of 45 extra health. Positive outlook reduces damage by 20% when I'm below 40% health. So if I'm... So that's roughly when I'm below 140. It's less because that'd be 50%, but 122. So if I'm below 122, I take 20% less damage. I think that's going to total to more than 45. The other thing is that this gives me a nectar which is meta progression. But I really want to win. And I think positive outlook gives me a better chance for that.
I'll take it.
I could improve positive outlook, so I take an extra 4% less. An extra 1 damage every 0.2 seconds or 4% less damage when I'm below 40% health. I think I'm going to upgrade positive outlook here.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
See you, boy.
Okay. Time to lose. Sleep well, Mel.
Haven't you had enough?
So, boy, did you ask her about how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm all your suspicions then?
You didn't drag her down to hell yourself, apparently. You're not going to tell me who did, though I can well imagine. Your brothers got to reign forever on Olympus while you got sent down into the underworld. So they gave you a consolation prize, didn't they?
You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, you would be wise to keep it that way, and to turn back.
Okay. is safe.
Awaken, wretches, and fight once more upon the surface realm where you were slain.
Why don't you let your wretches rest in peace?
I'll slay you once her shield falls. Darkness, what shall it take for you to cease making me face you here?
It'll take you getting out of my blasted way.
Shouldn't have taken a hit there. Or there. Stop standing so close to him when he's doing his speed throws.
You see? Darkness.
No darkness. Stand away.
Enough.
Come on.
You. Behold. How reckless.
Damn it.
Damn it.
You'll perish yet.
We had the same thought. Just dash. Try and break some pots. Get out of there. Just gotta break pots when you can too. You gotta try and make space for yourself. Positive outlook. Hey! Didn't even need the second
Blasted boy.
defiance.
You think you are superior to me? You are a fool.
Ooh.
See you at home.
And that is why I like Demish's cast.
By my father's name.
Like, almost all of the damage I dealt to him in that fight would have been from Demish's cast. Like, absolutely. Almost all of it. To the point where I am absolutely saying that wasn't a game winner, but that was... that was useful. That wasn't so much, and that wasn't so much. Actually, no, that was... that was. I don't even know why I don't know what it means to be able to pin some of the things that you have, but like, just, I like to say just, these are the things that made the biggest difference for the run. Alright. Hey, Titan's Club.
Coronac shuddered when I picked this up. Just up ahead.
Keep an eye out for any fishing spots now. Doesn't look like there are any.
Huh. To see this each day.
Sunrise. No fishing spots.
Zagreus.
I'm back.
There is a fishing spot. Ah.
Got you. Yep, that's a trout.
Ooh, look at that.
Surface fish are almost as rare as chaos
Zagreus.
fish.
It's wonderful to see you, but I need to ask something of you. That you not visit me again here in this place. Both for your safety and for mine.
Wait, what? Because of what would happen if the Olympians found out? So after everything, you're taking Father's side in all of this?
I am. The father is no fool when it comes to matters such as this. Besides, all that has happened, it's my fault. I was selfish. And now both sides of our family threaten to be torn apart.
Your fault. So let's say you never left Olympus. Then it'd be just like you thought until quite recently, I think. That I'd never existed. Besides, they haven't found out any of this. What makes you so sure they will all of a sudden?
Nyx may be veiling you from them as she veiled me when I fled here myself. But even her own powers aren't infallible. Each time you visit me, you are incurring risk. One small slip, and they shall find me. Discover your deception. Go home, Zagreus. Please.
Go home with me, Mother. You came here under false pretenses. I haven't fought all this way over and over again only to turn back now. I need you in my life. How can you just turn me away like this?
Oh, Zagreus. I cannot return. After all that happened between Hades and me, and everyone, I just cannot fathom the idea. Besides, the risks we're taking would be even greater if Olympus were to find me there with him. And you.
Then, you're just going to stay here, alone in the middle of nowhere, in this little garden, forever, after we part ways, just like that.
My son, I know you've made hard choices and sacrifices to be here with me. And I'm forever grateful to have finally met you. This is my home now, yes. While your home is below. Please, if not for your sake, then for mine, do not return. I love you, Zagreus. Goodbye.
Mother, blast.
Goodbye.
Sad times. Sad, sad times.
She can't do this to me.
Resolved the trouble with the satyrs yet? What is it now? I see that sneering look upon your countenance, which must mean you have yet another one of your insipid questions, haven't you?
Oh, this one's not insipid in the slightest. Let me get this straight. My mother's Persephone, her mother's Demeter, but her father evidently was some farm boy. My red blood comes from him, and my propensity to die, I guess.
You blame your ancestors for your own weakness. You should be thankful you were born with immortality. Though your meddlesome curiosity and constant need for affirmation must certainly be from your mortal side.
Then Mother, did she grow older with age? Is she just going to expire as the mortals do? With demigods, I hear it can go either way.
I said never to speak of her, blast you. You said yourself she is the daughter of the goddess of seasons. Use your fool head for once.
I'll have to try that, thanks.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Cerberus lies as ever at the foot of his Lord Master's throne.
Be good, boy. More pets are certainly in order here.
Keep pets.
The dog
Cerberus
has
deserves
enough
pets.
troubles of his own.
Real quick.
Trade you these horrid things.
Diamond and darkness.
We're settled up.
I believe I finished a prophecy. I will do all the talking in a moment.
Another prophecy fulfilled. Lady Demeter seems to have taken a shine to me.
I'm using chaos. The son of the god of the dead shall someday overcome his own father while in possession of a gift from our primordial originator, Chaos. Vanquish Lord Hades bearing the cosmic egg. You get 3 diamonds for that. Pretty nice.
What's new?
Okay. I don't have any need for gems. So I'm going to turn
Seems like
so
a
I'm
good
going
deal.
to turn gems into keys.
Extra keys.
Because I've got a lot of gems.
It's a deal. More keys for me.
There we go. And then keys into nectar.
Sure, why not? I'll have that nectar.
Alright. Could turn nectar into diamonds eventually if I save it up. Or diamonds into ambrosia, but I think for now I want to leave the higher tier things like those as they are. And darkness into keys. That's a small amount of darkness and it's enough to get me an extra nectar, so I might as well. Okay. Nectar for everybody. One for you.
State your purpose.
You like this stuff, don't you, boy? Well, good, because I like sneaking it over to you.
The delectable taste of nectar is enough to briefly sate even the ferocious appetite of the Hound of Hell.
One for Dusa.
Hey, Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Well, you enjoy, all right?
Dusa.
Those shades are always milling about.
Poor girl needs a break.
You shouldn't be doing this, Zag. You picked sides and things are not the same. A momentary stab at thoughtfulness can't fix something like that.
We've been through a lot then, and I think we'll be going through a lot more yet. Consider it a token of our kinship.
I met her, you know. Persephone, I mean. You look more like your father, but you have her eyes. One of them, anyway.
You never spoke of her to me. You must have known. You kept the truth from me, same as Nyx.
It's not like that. I didn't know any more than you. Besides, Lord Hades ordered all of us to never speak of her again. I thought it just a bad relationship. I didn't realize she left her son.
Something tells me Father wouldn't let her take me even if she wanted.
Oh dear, oh dear. Renovations, I don't think there's... Yes, I don't think there's anything I'm going to go for yet. I want to save up for the Vanquisher's Keep so I can get gems from bosses. Yeah. Okay.
So what?
Orpheus, I saw Eurydice again. I couldn't bring myself to do exactly as you asked. I sort of mentioned you.
You what? Or what I meant to say was... Oh, did you perchance get the impression she yet harbors toward me feelings of resentment and the like?
You seem to be a bit of a sore subject, yes. What happened to the two of you, if I may ask?
She big time hates him.
Oh, it's just... I almost saved her soul from this domain back when I lived and breathed. But in the final moments of my rescue, my faith faltered. She is lost to me forever now. Though I'm pleased to hear she isn't lost to you.
I'll have to get to the bottom of this later.
Why, this is absolutely splendid, Zagreus. Is this really for me? It's so very kind of you to think of me like this.
I want you to have it, Orpheus. You've brightened up our lives down here more than you know. I only wish that you could see that.
And
what is the matter, child? I sense your distress, not the specific cause.
Mother doesn't want to see me again. I mean, she asked me not to return. Thinks the risk is too great.
Oh. That is a fair enough assessment. What shall you do?
I'm going back.
Good.
Can I not? Oh, no, I can't give any more to Nyx. Gradually getting some people to max relationship levels. Screw it, that's up. Bring those to max and keep saving up darkness for the more rerolls now, I guess. Done. 29 escapes attempted.
How many times has it been now?
Almost 10,000 foes slain. That's a lot of killing that happened.
What's new, Skelly?
Skelly also can't receive any more nectar.
Listen, boyo. I don't know exactly how to put this, so I'm just gonna come right out. I need your help with something, and I'll be honest. I don't think you're gonna like it.
If it doesn't involve hacking away at you with reckless abandon, Skelly, I don't want to hear it. But, oh, you're being serious.
I am. And funny you should put it like that. Boyo, I am asking you to get me out of here. Permanently, if you catch my drift. This standing around stuff just kind of wears on you after a while, you know?
I know. I can only imagine. Tell me what I can do.
That blade of yours back there, it's got a special power. You gotta spruce it all the way up. Your aspect, not somebody else's. Then let me have it with that thing, and I'm out of here.
Then you'd be dead forever. You're asking me to kill you.
I know it's a lot to dump on you, but I got my reasons. I don't exactly have a lot of options here, so give it some thought. Till then, we'll act like nothing's changed, all right?
All right. Maybe. My blade. Let's test the bond between us.
So he wants the aspect of Zagreus at maximum power. I mean, it's that or I unlock one of the other forms of things that I've got available.
You're using that thing now, huh?
I kind of want to try the aspect of Guan Yu. Screw it.
Grant me the aspect of Guan Yu.
Like it.
Wow, what in the world is that?
The spear doesn't have the dark thirst right now, but screw it, I just want to try this.
More of a slicing skill there rather than a stabbing. No, keep hitting me.
That's pretty and that should do. So for the moment, I am going to
Forge created you.
level that form up a bit, but I will take the spear with me. Ares, I believe I'm close to getting the quest for.
A prophecy.
Yep, so 6 diamonds for that one. Oof. It's probably going to take a while to get there. Yes, so Ares I am... this... I'm close to getting everything with Ares. Only thing I'm missing... requires Curse of Agony or Curse of Pain. Either of those... Okay. Curse of Agony and Curse of Pain are the attack and special. Okay. Attack and special I want from him. Well, at least one of them. I haven't won a run with the spear, so let's go for
Not
it.
this time.
I'm going to be squishy because of the 70% health reduction. Oh dear.
My weapon's hidden talents.
Okay, spin attack charges up faster and recovers much faster. Attack has 40% more, has more range and deals 40% more damage to distant foes. Or Frostfair Blade spin attack travels 80% longer. I feel like quick spin would be the best to get, but extending jab is one I haven't had before. So
Let's see how this goes.
oh, and that's a lot longer. Oh. Chaos takes 21 health. That's almost everything I have. But also it's Chaos. Morgan, hey, how are you? How'd D&D go?
Father and his brothers, when they sealed the Titans in the darkest reaches of this world, that was the last they saw of me as well. You are dissimilar from them, and I feel safe communicating thus with you.
Finished the campaign, I'm going to call it. Wombo combo. Good teamwork there, at least. Having some people hold off the minions while one person just unleashed hell. So my options here: casting hurts, then cast deals more damage. More foes, then more money. Hidden rewards, then plus 59 maximum life. That almost triples my maximum life, so I'm taking that.
It shall be done.
I don't like having the hidden rewards, but that's such a big boon.
Mine now.
I just have to be very careful. Summoned a Shadowhound of Ill Omen that gives him disadvantage on all saves. Then hold person, which applies restrained for the automatic crits. Oh, that's nice. Though,
am I interrupting something?
I think restrained normally gives advantage. So either I'm remembering something wrong or there's some sort of special case there. No golden urns. Nothing. Incapacitated. Oh. I thought hold person was just restrained. No, restrained is incapacitated. Like it applies incapacitated, doesn't it?
Lord Ares, please accept this token of my deep appreciation for your generous support.
An offering? For me? Indeed. How gracious that you keep me in your thoughts. Know that likewise I keep you in mine.
Basic attack, please.
You bear the blood-filled vial which I granted you. The mortal's blood contained therein. I drew it myself. Too seldom am I able to become directly involved in such matters.
So yeah, incapacitated. Advantage on attack rolls. Any melee attack is an auto crit if it hits. Yeah, I think that's what killed one of my characters. Got incapacitated by a Yeti's glare, and then had 3 Yeti gang up on him and all just smack him. And he died in the first round of combat, basically. Instant KO and did not have any chance. It's a bad time when the cleric is the one that goes down in the first round of combat. Curse of Pain also works.
I will keep fighting.
I'm not really using my specials,
but... Curse of Chaos has expired.
Hey, nice. I should be using the special, apparently. It does work. Of mimics, one being a ballista. Oh my god. Got it with the enemies abound. After the main dude was dead. Oh, that is fun. Just target the biggest thing and have it shoot all its friends. That's great. Health or Dionysus? If I'm... I don't think that would give me much health from the heart. If I'm lucky, Dionysus will give me the boon that lets... the boon that makes Nectar increase my maximum health.
Die. to
That went
pieces.
quite well. Sure, Dionysus can have some
A
nectar.
toast in your honor, Lord Dionysus, mate. Have I mentioned how pleased I am to have made your acquaintance?
Yeah, the heart does indeed give 25 each, but I am currently using the aspect of Guan Yu with the spear, which means my health, my maximum health, and the maximum health I gain is reduced by 70%. So I'd only get, what's that, 2.5 is 10, so that multiplied by 3 would be like 7 or 8 health. So yeah, one heart would give me 7 or 8 health. Not a huge amount.
What is that for me? Really? I mean, cheers, man. That is awful generous of you. I'm much obliged. Let me tell you something, Zag. I know your dad. He's got to be a real handful. I relate to that. You understand me, mate? So you get out of there and you'll be more than welcome here with us.
Premium vintage, and it's epic. That is what I was hoping for.
Who doesn't love this stuff?
I mean, sure, it's only 9 per thing, but I can get those nectar. I can find nectar.
Halt!
I will not halt. Where are the enemies? Just going to keep spamming this. Oh. All damage taken is bad damage.
Almost there.
What? Especially when it's as unnecessary as that.
I should not be the supervisor here.
Now to collect.
Golden urns. No troves either. Okay.
Ahoy there.
Hey, Sisyphus.
Wow, Your Highness, you really shouldn't have. Thank you for not forgetting about me.
You're always a sign for sore eyes out here, Sisyphus. Thank you for always believing in me.
Look here, Boldy. Prince Zed himself has come to visit us.
Does Boldy really keep you company? Personally, I would resent a giant boulder that keeps tumbling back down a hill after I push it all the way up there.
Oh, Boldy's not so bad. I mean, he's a good listener, a good shoulder to lean on, doesn't wield a whip. I rightly can't complain. Good having company down here.
Don't really need healing right now. Let's go with the opals.
You got it.
Thanks.
No golden urns.
You can do this.
Poseidon time. God, the hammer upgrade gives me real long reach. Poseidon can have one too.
I salute you, Uncle Poseidon. Your strength and confidence inspire me, and you accepted me as part of the family without question. It means a lot.
Oh, nephew, but you needn't shower me with offerings and praise, you know. I have no need of showering at all. Not when I've the sea itself to do with as I please. Little Hades. I was certain you'd the wherewithal to thin the ranks of the betraying river denizens who fled my surface seas to your father's domain. I bid you good fish hunting forevermore.
Dash deals enemy and knocks them away. I might go for the call. Gem, Darkness, and Obol rewards worth 50% more. Have I had everything from Poseidon? Yes. Could go for the legendary, or for a duo. I mean, this duo is fun, but Floodshot or Flood Flare, are those options? No. I mean, the Aid is a pretty good one. Yeah, let's go for that.
The power of the sea.
Let's go for the shop for once I actually have money. Fishing.
The river Styx.
Too bad I can't just take the ferry to the surface. That's a bite. Another knucklehead.
Lovely. And I do in fact have enough money for both of these.
Pleasure doing business.
Quick Favor kinda sucks. It's too slow to really be that good. I might take Greater Haste. After you dash, briefly become sturdy and move 100% faster for 0.5 seconds. I think I just take the haste. And Poseidon. Yeah, I'll take Bloodshot. It's a decent cast. Plus, I believe it was one of the needed things for a legendary effect.
Good.
Damn it. Unnecessary damage. Could have my special inflict more doom. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Stronger still.
Shop upon. I've just used all my money, so the shop is meaningless. No golden urns, no troves. Pomegranate.
Gods grant me strength.
Special can inflict even more doom. It's only an extra 28 instead of 40, but I still think that's okay. Because, like, this weapon's special, I can stack up.
Hi there.
Meg!
Ugh, I almost want to thank you, Zagreus. I thought you'd never change that blasted pact and leave me here in peace.
What, you mean you aren't lonelier without Electo's or Tisiphone's companionship? They seem so wonderful to have around.
They're tolerable each to some extent. About as much as I can say for you. Now let's the two of us begin. You want a taste of this?
I like having long range.
This.
Long enough that I can sort of just not worry too much. There we go. Took a couple of hits from her, but that's alright.
did it. For the mirror.
It would have been nice if I could get a flawless fight against her, but either way,
Father.
Still be at full health.
My keepsakes.
I think I'm going to stick with Ares for the trinket. I'll take a skeletal lure as well.
Up we go then.
Give me fish. Fish.
Asphodel.
Where's the fish? There it is. Don't step in the lava.
Bite this. It's a crustacean.
Okay. I always focus so hard when I'm doing that fishing thing. It's just such a... It feels like such a restricted time limit to actually succeed on it. Ugh. Rude skeleton. Where?
Yes.
Trove healing. Okay, so long as I don't die, this trove will probably bring me to full health. Plus there's a chance to get nectar from it, which would also give me a little bit of health.
Stay dead.
Back. Oh, come on. Right when I need to beat things quickly.
How many times?
Peace and quiet.
Obols or Dionysus? I've got a Poseidon boon, so the duo with Dionysus could be good. Because that guarantees future boons are all epic rarity. Please get out of the lava, Zagreus. What? Attacks from nowhere.
In the name of Hades.
What was the thing I need for the Poseidon? Okay, Trippy Shot, Trippy Flare for the thing that I don't have. Or Drunken Strike, Dash, or Flourish, or Aid. Okay, so Drunken Strike, Dash, Flourish, Aid, Trippy Shot, Trippy Flare. So any of them could be good for the Poseidon boon. Was Drunken Strike one of them? I think it was. Drunken Strike. Drunken Strike. I mean, but that's my strike, and that is a normal rarity, which is awful. Absolutely awful. I'm re-rolling.
What about these?
Okay, Drunken Dash at epic rarity I will take. No golden urns, no troves. Nectar, heck yeah. Get me a little bit of health as well. Aphrodite, alright.
Hit me if you can, witches.
Please don't taunt them, Zag. This is a terrible situation. What? My cover is blown. Just hope I can keep breaking all of their attacks. That went pretty well.
Bye now, ladies.
Yep, Aphrodite can have
Dear
nectar.
Aphrodite, surely you have all the offerings you can stand, but I would ask that you accept one more.
Ah, dearest, but it stirs my heart to know you care so deeply for a wonderful relationship. To celebrate it with such princely gifts. Keep following that heart of yours, dearest. It's good enough a guide, believe you me. Mine tells me you are going to succeed.
Is there any point in trying to get anything specific with a Heartbreak, Strike, Flourish, Passion Flare? I can't get the shot. Strike, Flourish, Flare. Okay, so Strike, Flourish, Flare. Well, there's Heartbreak Strike. And I mean, it's also plus 71% attack damage. That's pretty good. So there's... Okay, so only O-Balls is an option, no golden urns, no troves. Moving on. Hello? Where are the enemies? Yeah, that's going pretty well. I caught that one, are you kidding me? Hate the blue men. Hate those blue skeletons. Their attacks just keep going a bit longer than I ever expect. Pomegranate or Aphrodite? The pomegranate could be good because that can increase my attack damage. Aphrodite. Do I really want any of her stuff? I mean, there's things I haven't had before. So getting at least the Broken Resolve, trying to get that could be good. There's options for duos now, which that duo is not that amazing. Poseidon duo's decent. Also Curse of Longing is good. Okay, Aphrodite's a pretty good option. No reason to take to turn that down. A Palm of Power could be good, but we can get bombs later. More chances for all these boons better.
In the name of Hades.
I'm also taking a significant amount more damage than I should. 13% damage reduction from nearby foes, or 42% more life gain from chamber rewards. Life gain chamber rewards are worth more. So I don't think that would apply to Nectar. Only Centaur Hearts, which are actually from the chambers. And 42% more is going to be like an extra 3. I think different is better. There is a shop.
Should be something useful here.
Eh. No need for any of those. Big shop, Hermes, pomegranate. Anything? No, no golden urns, no troves. Let's go for the shop. Let's take the random. Yeah, okay, I've got the money. So take the random
Tart
pom.
and tasty.
That's the flood shot. Then it is the boss next, but I think I can beat the Hydra with this much health. So let's go for the
Charon.
Ooh. Okay, strong drink. Okay, I'm going to encounter at least what? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to encounter at least 3 fountains. 2 at the end of, or 1 at the end of this stage, 1 at the end of the next, and then 1 when I find the Satyr Sack. So that's 15% bonus damage to fight against Hades. That could be pretty good. Yeah, let's go for it.
Phew, that's good.
And I could actually get the healing. Do I need it? I don't think so. Let's... Can I talk to... No, okay. No talking to Than. Not Than. Than. Kara. God, can't believe I mixed them up then.
Bone Hydra, how come we never talk? Got you.
I heal from the charge shot with this. Oh my god, I'm stupid for not realizing that. The health detriment is so much less awful. This was already a pretty powerful weapon, and now it's healing me. So yeah, if I get the hammer option to have a quicker charge, that would be amazing. There is a lot of lava around. Yes.
Poseidon, you got it, nephew.
Fuck those guys. Okay, one use aspect is so much more powerful than one. It's so good. I am taking so many unnecessary hits here.
Done bashing heads for now.
Up to 81 max health. I'm not that far below
You think you can just
regular
walk into
start.
Elysium, do you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm keeping the blood-filled vial. Put in the shop. Moving on. Moving on up. Moving on up.
The fields of Elysium.
Heart or obols? Let's go for the obols. I'm dealing pretty good damage. And I'm dealing it across the screen. Oh boy.
Thank the gods.
That's pretty good. Obols or heart, and more obols from this trove.
Champions of Elysium, now prove yourselves.
There I go. Just die already. Damn it.
Why do I pay these wretches?
Thank you, Father.
I'm honestly surprised to consider that Hades would pay for the souls that he's commanding. Yeah, more obols. We had a run with no money, now we have a run with lots.
One's regenerating.
Where are the enemies coming from? Spear, my spear's better.
I bet Charon's going to want all this.
Shop or Poseidon and Dionysus. There's no way I'm turning up at double. Turning up? Yeah, I think that's right. No way I'm rejecting a double boon. And Dionysus is more of a pain to deal with because he can poison.
Yeah, man, you know what it's all about.
Take less damage at low health. If health is low after encounters, restore it. None of these are really very good. Because, like, my health is already pretty low cap. So, like, I'm gonna be real hurt. It's small amounts. But screw it, I'll take positive outlook.
Apparently, my crusty elder brother failed to teach you any manners if you deign to thusly spurn my offerings. But I can teach you yet.
Don't be mad, Uncle. Now he's angry. Sorry.
Oh right, and I really should not be using my call here because it's Poseidon's call. Don't let that one go.
You're acting like a fool.
That was a lot of damage.
What can I say, nephew? Sometimes our tempers get the best of all of us. Your fortunate mind didn't get the best of you back there.
Oh dear. Runes with knock away also rupture foes. Yeah, let's take that.
Let's make some waves.
Lost a Death Defiance there, and Poseidon's waves made it rather difficult to actually charge up. I think I go for another Poseidon boon.
That's the butterfly ball.
Try and help butterfly wings. Finger the numbers when I can, but
Like that.
okay. That. See if I can get a bit of healing from this. I've got to be careful. Man's more of a threat. Okay. If I actually let that one recover. Oh. I meant to charge up, but didn't think I'd just
In the
kill
name
it
of
there.
Hades.
Could get Tidal Dash. I don't know if I should though. Slamming foes into barriers creates a watery blast in the area. Sure. Hammer. Please give me faster charge up. Longer range on them than I was expecting. Got me again. Because they put shots everywhere. No. No caster. Okay, back at full health, so I don't need to cheese things anymore. Just kill.
The spear's due for a little maintenance.
Charging your spin attack makes you sturdy and pulse 40 damage. Your spin attack charges up and recovers faster. Yes, please.
Thanks, Daedalus.
That is so much better. Oh my god, that's incredible. Oh, that's going to be fun.
What's for sale?
27 gold for 16 life isn't awful considering I can regenerate that.
Extra coin.
And Obols or Pom. Let's go for the pomegranate. I'm...
Idiot.
I'm actually at a point where if I were to focus on money, I might have a chance of getting the expensive thing in the final shop, but I'd like to just try and build up what I can. No need for greed. Crystals, making things immortal while I try to stop them from reviving.
A palm of power.
A heartbreak strike. Yeah, very much. That's a nice increase to my attack power. Hermes, I don't have the heat on 5. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is heat 0, so I cannot go in here. Hermes it is, because that's the only option. And I mean, if he gives me a faster attack... Yeah, let's give him a gift.
This one's for you, swift and sure-footed messenger of the gods. You make what you do look easy, but I know you're going out of your way. Thank you so much, Hermes.
My rule is not to let things get too personal as far as work-related matters are concerned, cuz. But your family, and, well, you're a right decent chap, I think. Offering up a bit of nectar to me in the middle of all this. Aphrodite's really something, don't you think so, cuz? Normally I'd stop for no one here, but when it comes to her, exceptions must be made.
More dashes, that would be great. Just check the other things. Special faster, 10% isn't that much. Chance to dodge, yeah, just more dodges.
Who felt that?
won't heal me anything.
To my health, although I'm full.
Yep, I am full, but it does give me an extra 5%.
Within the delicately hewn constructions of Elysium exist places of peace so utterly serene and absolute as mortal kind is seldom to experience during the average short and often painful coil.
Is this really as good as it gets for mortal kind?
But yeah, using the fountain will give me an extra 5 attack power. Darkness or a key. Key will also... keys give me progress towards more nectar. Sure.
Rearming.
Nothing is rearming. Shield boys. Heal against blocking. No. Don't heal blocked attacks.
All set.
There we go. I don't heal from blocked attacks, but the thing the attack does pierce. Like it eventually gets past the shield. Health or shop? Let's go for the shop. I'm not going to be greedy and try for the big thing. Random palm.
Give me a better boon.
Positive outlook. Yeah, alright.
Thank you, mate.
I think empty inside is something I needed to, isn't it? No. Not at all. Sure, life affirmation.
Let's break
Give me
some
a bit
hearts.
more health. And boss time. The most painful boss to fight.
Ah, at last! Our foolhardy challenger approaches once again, I see. Well then, prepare to be run through!
You laggard! By my honor and the gods, you shall soon be destroyed!
Keep cheering as we battle to the last!
What?
You shall have what
Just
you
went
came to
through a
see.
wall.
Goddess Athena, Lend to me your strength.
Make it a bit more difficult to actually charge things. Oh my god. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
You try evading this! You'll get no quarter from me, demon!
This is not going well. God damn it. That's the last Death Defiance. And they are still very healthy. I need Theseus dead. Please. Please. Yes.
Theseus.
Not to deal with you.
Probably hear dogs going off in the background. Don't mind that. Ugh. God, I hate this fight. I hate this fight so
Show
much.
out in the stands. That's mine. I won again, Shade, thanks to your support.
Yeah, Theseus sucks so much. It's such a painful fight because like that. I feel like if you can get rid of Asterius first, it's a bit easier to deal with the second phase. But trying to get rid of him, if I'm trying to focus on Asterius, then I'm not paying enough attention to Theseus, and I wind up just taking so many more hits from him because of awkward little angles. Death Defiance! Oh, that's lucky.
Can wash away my bones.
No, I don't think I want to sell any of these. Do I? No. Nothing's worth enough to be worth selling.
To the surface.
Yes, indeed. Red Shade number 1. Always gotta stop in and greet that shade. It's the only fan.
The Temple of Styx.
Smash pots for no reason. Yeah, no way I'm getting to 1200. I don't think either of the Daedalus upgrades I have would be acceptable to lose. Both of them are just so good to have. And if I lost the faster charge one, it would just be awful. I'll hold the money for now, because I may get lucky and have a shop come up in one of these runs, which would could give me another Death Defiance. I did very poorly in that room for no reason at all. I just did poorly. And I've done very well in this room. That was a nice chance to heal. Fix all the failures I made. No golden urns. thing. Hit the snake. That's a lot of explosions. This sucks.
The gods have spoken in the name of Hades.
Okay, attack and special are stronger in the first 10 seconds of combat. It's not going to help against the boss, but in the rooms leading up to it, it could. Yeah, I would have collected any golden urns just by accident.
Something for
that.
Cerberus.
Fish. Catch fish, catch fish, catch fish.
You're mine. Just a gub.
Just a gub. Aphrodite. The little rats don't give me much time to charge up my spin, which is unfortunate. As long as I keep the spin going. They don't have that much time to get to me. Real quick, just gotta... Okay, that's all fine. No. No. Bad.
Look at all that coin.
Dreadful satyrs.
Crushed.
There's a shot and no death defiance. Do I even want these? I'll take the darkness, but not the gems. Save the rest of my gold for the shop.
Found it already. Olympus, I accept this message.
Well, there's one that I haven't had before, so I might as well take it.
Cerberus can never get enough of this stuff.
No other golden urns.
Maybe I should check the other passageways before I leave.
Oh, I absolutely do. I should, yes. Let's go pond now.
Should check this way.
If I'm lucky, there will be another shop in all these passages. Could give me another death defiance. Stop that. This is some incredible range on the spear. Just attack across the screen, basically. What? Didn't notice the explosion until too late.
Good.
I should have been around it. No. Next to that. And try not to let this. Oh my god, that's a lot of explosions. Poison. Hate the poison.
Good enough to eat.
That was a lot of damage. What do I upgrade? I think I just upgrade my strike.
Sharpened my senses.
There is a golden urn hidden away over there.
Had quite enough here, thanks. You must be hungry, huh?
Not
Which
yet.
tunnel?
We must explore all the things. Just get around. Okay. Hopefully I'll have some chances to... Why aren't you charging? Charge. I am holding the button. Ah. Okay. Killing some. Back to full health, but I would appreciate more death defiances. Be greatly appreciated, in fact. Stress. Much stress.
I can't quite get acclimated to this smell.
You the elite. No. Here. Damn it. Ah. Don't you dare kill me here.
What do we have here? Oh, Cerberus.
I've got enough money that I can afford the heart.
I'll take this one.
And then run another and, well, I'm pretty sure even if I do find a shop, I should only be able to find one. So 200 for the Death Defiance, I can still spend some. Weak afflicted foes take more damage, and I can spend another 375, so Pom.
I can use this.
Just taking a flat 6% less damage could be good, or dealing a flat 7% more. Yeah, that's because like my basic attack applies weakness, so I'm going to be hitting weak enemies most of the time. Ow. I do not approve of this. Stop it. Sure. No death defiance, but yes, healing. And I don't really need either of the other things.
Shiny.
So unfortunate that there's no extra Death Defiance, but we should be fine. Getting plenty of healing. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Gotta be careful of this thing. No! No! God damn it! I said no. Okay. Get rid of the Satyr, please. Is it not targeting me directly? No, it is. Okay, I'm not in a terrible state. 2 Death Defiances, 100 health. Not the worst. And I will also buy
Don't
this.
spend it all in one place, mate.
Sure, peer pressure.
Strong stuff.
Because why not?
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
Okay.
Bye for now, boy.
Here we go. Hades again. Let's see how I do. Might get 2 wins this run, if I'm lucky.
Well, Guan Yu, take good care of Varatha for me.
Oh?
She was the queen. Queen of the underworld. My queen. Commanding reverence and awe and fear. She was not just... what was the term you used? A consolation prize. You are as disrespectful to her as you are to me.
Oh, what would you even know? You claim so much respect for her, yet you didn't even respect her enough to tell her what happened after she left. But what am I saying? I know you love her still, Father. That best explains all the terrible choices you've made.
All the terrible choices I've made. By the time you have existed for as long as I have, pray you will have made fewer. Although I fear you shall surpass me in at least this one regard.
I like that. He doesn't claim he hasn't made bad choices.
What?
Spins are much bigger than mine. Mine are faster and heal me.
Darkness.
No. Oh, got me.
Decided. Don't let you, boy.
Summon.
Darkness. wretches. Destroy my kin and an eternal torment to you who speak of this.
Because it is keeping me alive.
Now.
Oh, damn. It's just inside its range.
Let's finish this then.
I shall not fall to you again.
Yes, you will. Maybe not right now, but you will. Damn it. This is going to be bad timing. Why is my aim so off? Same wave twice.
Blood in darkness.
Really? Poseidon, harness the ocean's might.
Yes.
Brat. Then go. See what awaits you in this realm. You shall not.
Bye. In the name of Hades.
Ooh. Win streak of 4. Lovely.
Harafa shuddered just now.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Morgan. the Hades fight is always real stressful, though I feel like it's not as hard as Theseus, like, most of the time.
Beautiful.
Actually, yeah, there isn't, is there? Maybe he may not come out of the Blood River. Like, I feel like that's something mortals come out of, and Zagreus does because he's got some mortal blood in him a few generations back.
You're back?
Mother!
I'm back and I'm checking for fish. No fish. Okay.
You can't do this to me, Mother. You said Father is no fool, and neither are you. There has to be a way to fix this. Not just with you and Father, but with everyone. There has to be a way.
You have your father's stubbornness. Listen to me. You're endangering everything you care about by coming here. Don't you understand? Besides...
What? Besides what? Tell me, please.
The truth is that I like it here, Zagreus. I've done well for myself on my own. And your father, he has his domain to look after. The feelings he once had for me, feelings we shared, they fade with time. You'll understand someday.
No, I won't be understanding anything of the sort. Father still loves you, I'm sure of it. And he owes you an apology, damn it. I cannot make amends with you on his behalf. Something only you can do together.
What do you mean he still loves me, Zagreus? How would you know?
Because... I'm his blasted son, that's how I know. But trust me isn't ever good enough, I know that too. I'll prove it to you, Mother. Just you wait and see.
Oh, you're fading, son. You don't need to prove anything to me. Please don't do anything rash. All of us made our choices. Now we have to live with them. Isn't it enough to know that I'm safe? That I'm content to be alone?
No. It's not enough for me, because this blasted family, it cannot just keep hiding from its problems, running from them. We're stuck with one another. We have to do everything we can for one another.
Oh, my dear boy.
We have to. No, not yet.
You make a good point, Morgan. Why have two chairs?
God, damn it all
to be away.
again.
And we're going to call it there for today. So that was a good day. Two runs, 2 long runs, and both wins. Very nice. Yeah, you do make a good point. Having 2 chairs at that table, maybe she doesn't expect company, but she wishes she could have some. But yeah, have to find out more through future playthroughs. Okay, so thank you very much for being here with me today. If you have any interest in keeping up with announcements of when I'm going to be going live, I have a Discord server as well as a Twitter account. Both places I make announcements. I do stream same time, same day every week, unless something comes up to prevent that. So generally the announcement will just be a reminder, but it can be useful to have that. I also have a YouTube channel where I upload the VODs from these streams. That's because Twitch only keeps the VODs up for about a week before it takes them down. So I keep those, I put those up onto YouTube for perpetuity, so just to keep them around. Let's have a quick look at raids. Nobody I know is streaming right now. And okay, there's a small VTuber streaming Hades right now, it seems like. Let's double check that they're not finishing. Mute that so that I can hear. They've just finished a run, but I'm going to hope that they're not finishing up. So let's get a raid going with Multi-Glitch. Thank you very much for being here with me today. Have a good one.